Sandali. I think I know what's going on now. Yun. How about this? Yun, okay na. So, it's from my end. Sorry. Yep, there you go. We have audio now. Yan. Okidok, sandali. Nag-echo. May i-mute lang ako. Yan, para mawala yung echo. Good. Alright. So, from here, okay, let's go and check the chart. Alright, so welcome everyone. And thank you for being here again. Right, so it's Monday. It's a fresh trading week, and we'll see what can we monetize this week, and what we can include on our watch list. Right, tingnan natin kung ano yung mga pwede nating bantayan. Okay, ano yung mga pwedeng idagdag sa watch list natin. So let me see. Nag-echo pa rin ata. Anuhin ko lang dito ha. Okay. Yan, mukhang nawala na yung echo. Echo, echo, echo. Alright. Good. So, let's go to, oops, I think I closed it. Sandali ha. Let me just add this here. And as you know me, I always go back to the major currency pairs. All right. So, let's start off with AUD-USD, which we still have that position from last week. Ayaw niya talagang bumagsak. Okay. Look at that price consolidating here. And let's see if we can still get in on another sell. Pero I'm thinking that there's a certain floor level that's really acting very strong right now. That's the reason why the price is not going in our favor yet. Pero just in case we're wrong and suddenly the price goes up, we have a what do you call this? We have a safety net there, which is our stop loss to make sure that we will not lose everything on our account. Okay, so from here, yeah, let's find the points. Probably for some of you, why are you looking for a sell? Yun yung question nyo. While the trend is going up, okay? While the trend is going up, bakit ka nakasell? Ito, two reasons, okay? If you look at this short-term move and you notice this pattern, right? Pansinin nyo tong pattern na to, ha? Price moved up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Anong kulang dun sa pattern natin? 'Di ba? Pansinin nyo yan. So, that's one reason why I'm selling because I'm anticipating for this price to go down here as the pattern, right, could possibly continue here, right? Again, I'm not discounting the fact that this pattern can possibly break and eventually price goes higher, okay? Kaya nga meron akong, kung nakikita nyo, may nakikita kayong red line dyan. Ito yung stop loss ko. Okay, so just in case I'm wrong and suddenly the price goes up there, right, and I can reassess my position. Again, this is the first reason why I am looking for a sell or I'm in a sell still since last week. Okay, ito yung ina-anticipate ko na move and the prices or the market is still not moving in my favor yet. Okay, at one point it was positive pero nag-move na naman siya towards the opposite direction. But anyway, the other reason is for the people who are aware or using the concept of support and resistance in their trading. Okay, if I go to my line chart here very quickly and draw a horizontal line here for you. Oops, again. By the way, for everyone's benefit, kaya nag-iiba yung color ko. I uninstalled and reinstalled this chart. So lahat ng settings ko from before is now gone, right? But anyway, there you go. So, if you notice bakit ko siya dyan nilagay, okay? If you notice from this historical data, or at least kahit isama ko nga tong nandito right? Sama ko dito, right? At least in this period of time, this is the highest price that the market have reached. Pansinin niyo yan, ha? Again, pointing out the major levels, okay? High, yung high niya dito, and again, that level right here. So technically, in this period of time, this is the highest level that the market reach, or kumbaga, yung ceiling niya, right? Right now, the market is testing that ceiling if it can go higher just like where it was before. Pero obviously, several attempts, right, to go higher, like this one, never went higher than this one. This one never did. Now it's struggling to go higher. So in most cases, right? In most cases, like about I would say 60 to 70% of the time, you will experience or you will see reversal more than the breakout. Okay? So that's what I'm anticipating for to happen. I want the price to go down as I anticipate that the price is already at the ceiling. Okay, let's be scientific on this one, or let's use science here. Imagine that this is like a literal ceiling in your house. You're throwing a ball towards the ceiling. Walang butas yung ceiling. What's the probability of it pushing through, right, or breaking through? The probability is very low. That's why we're waiting for the price or anticipating for it to reverse. Yeah, that's one thing. Okay. So let me go back to, oops, not that. Let me go back to the bar chart now, okay? And if you notice, as we go to the bar chart, true enough, the price have been testing this level quite some time now, and we're still anticipating for here. So for me personally, I still want to keep that sell position, right? I still want to keep that sell position. I want to see if the price can really move lower, right? How low? Well, probably if it hits this trend line right here. Oh, okay, yeah, even my trend line is back to its default, okay? Magenta is the color. Okay. Let's have a thicker one. I want to remove the ray para controlled ko yung haba. Okay, good. So that one right there, I want to see if the price can go as low as this one and bounce back up. Okay? So bakit dyan? Kung mapapansin nyo, sinusundan ko lang din yung major pattern dito. And if the price can go down right here, then yeah, that's the level where I would anticipate for the price to reach. Pag hindi naman, if you are a little advanced with your support and resistance, you can add additional support or resistance here, which in my case now, I'm seeing that possible or possibly this is the floor level where the price is struggling to go lower. But anyway, to avoid the confusion, I'm already in a sell, right? And I don't consider this as a very, very strong floor level. Personally, again, if you find it very significant, then you must follow that rule that you have in your trading plan. For me, I want to see the price go through, right? So yun yung bias ko kasi, okay? So that's the reason why I don't put a take profit as well. So meaning, I'm still in the position that I want to sell, okay? I still want to go for a sell, anticipating for this price to move. Now, in your case, just in case you don't have a trade yet, okay? You don't have a trade yet, how do you identify your entry price? I would say this shooting star is very beautiful right here for a sell, right? Okay, bakit? Bakit yan ang tinitingnan ko? Right, pansinin niyo yung individual sorry, itong bar na to, okay? Ito, I want to be specific with that and I want to draw it, okay? So parang ganito ang itsura niya. All right? Parang ganito yung itsura niya. So makikita nyo, medyo mahaba itong part na to dito. Okay? You see that rejection from the market. Okay? You see that rejection from the market. From here, okay? Sabi natin, if the price is moving up, who's driving the price? Buyers or sellers? Obviously, the buyers kasi nag-move yung price higher. Okay? Now, if pababa naman siya, then you have more sellers. So, ibig sabihin, if you notice this big shadow right here, or wick, or tail, whatever you want to call it, ibig sabihin, at one point, the buyers were in control, but eventually, the sellers came in to push the price lower. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, from here, okay, from buyers, sellers yung nagdo-dominate. So meaning, we are still seeing the sellers involved in the market more than the buyers. So ibig sabihin, with this sign right here, kung I will zoom out, knowing that the price is already at the ceiling and buyers are the only ones can break the price higher or push the price higher, hindi natin sila nakikita ngayon really dominating. Though the bar is moving up, it's not a confirmed bar yet because it's still active, di ba? So pwede pa tong biglang bumaba ulit later on. So ibig sabihin, from there, my confidence on a sell is still there, right? I want to keep that trade running and continue to sell. So ibig sabihin, if you're not in the position, this is an ideal entry price for me. Kung wala akong trade, this is an ideal entry price for me. Again, I'm not saying that you need to follow everything that I say on identifying entry price, but if you find it a comfortable level to get in as well, right? And you agree with what I mentioned about checking the buyers and the sellers, then you can also set your entry price there. Okay? Bakit nasa baba? Bakit nasa baba? Okay? Bakit nasa baba? Kasi gusto natin itong current price na to mag-push lower para ma-feel talaga natin na bumalik na ulit si mga sellers, right? Bumalik ulit ang mga sellers to push the price lower. Okay? Kaya pending order lang tayo. We want to see the sellers be involved again, right? Kaya pending order, okay? So, if you're not familiar with price action trading, okay, if you're not familiar with price action trading, you can always Google what price action is and advanced price action. It's a general information that you can find online. But if you say, what do you call this? If you say that the article that you have read is not clear, there's no problem if you want to go and message me directly. I don't mind answering your questions in regards to that, okay? Just make sure naman, no, I just want to set your expectation. I may not have all the answer, right? But of course, I will try my best to answer all your questions to the best of my knowledge. right? So, okay. And if I don't have the answer, then I will point you to the direction where you can possibly get the answer to. All right. So, a reminder: please take this information from this session as a general advice. Okay, this is not a financial advice. Okay, so please apply trader's discretion, pa rin. Okay, and you understand that trading is risky, definitely. Right, you must manage your account properly. So, if you're not aware of how to do that, you can always message me as well. Okay. All right, so moving on, sell pa rin yung confirmation confirmation yung bias ko, okay? Leonard has a question. May isa pang confirmation, yung support becomes resistance. Yeah, exactly. From here, ito na yan. Yeah, the initial support becomes a resistance now. Okay, so that's the second reason why we want to sell. Yeah. So, yun yung part na sabi ko, uh aside from this pattern right here, okay? Aside from this pattern right here, na gusto natin makita si price pababa, galing din siya dito na gusto natin siyang bumaba. Kaya yung bias natin is still a sell. Alright? I'm not sure if kay Dan lang, no? Can you guys tell me if the audio is loud and clear naman from the others? Yeah, kasi naka-full na yung volume ko from my end and like, I cannot go any louder. Clear naman from my end, sabi ni Cecil. Siguro Dan from your end. Yeah. Oo. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Yeah, so I cannot go any louder. Thank you so much. All right, so yeah, so yun pa rin yung bias ko. So if you guys are looking for a sell, yeah, that's my suggestion, my recommendation. But again, don't take this information as it is. Take it with a grain of salt. Ask yourself if you agree with it or not. Pag hindi naman, you're not forced to take this trade with me. Okay? If you are looking for a buy, I would suggest for you to wait for the breakout. Yeah, wait for the breakout and wait for the price to really stay above this level right here. So yung buying level mo is still nandito. Dito ka magba-buy, right? Doon muna. So for me personally, I still want to go for a sell. I want to check lower time frame if we can re-enter on a much lower time frame. I think I don't want to. Why? Okay, sandali ha. Tinanggal ko rin yung triangle dito. I think I don't want to go in for a sell yet again kasi may maliit na consolidation na nangyayari na dito. Ibig sabihin, bago pa ako mag-trade, right? Before ako pumasok ng trade, wala pa tong kasi ang entry price ko was somewhere here. So, ngayon na lang siya nagko-consolidate. So, if you ask me on a lower time frame, can I get in now? I do not recommend getting in here now, right? Zoom in ko lang, no? On a lower time frame, you might want to wait for the price to hit that short-term ceiling before you sell. Then this will be a short-term sell hanggang dito sa short-term floor naman, 'di ba? Parang ganoon. So this is like a mini sideways market, okay? A mini sideways move right here. And if you want to extend your sell, then it's beautiful that you can see the price breakthrough. Then the next target will be towards the trend line. Okay, so meaning you're almost in the middle of that sideways moving market. So personally, kung wala akong position ngayon, I would love to see the price go up again and sell. Parang ganito. Let me show you a classic example here. Parang ganito. Kung nandito ka sa part na to and you wanted to sell, no, right? Antayin mo na lang siya mag-bounce ulit papunta doon. Dito ka magse-sell, anticipating for this pattern naman, if that makes sense. Right? So, if you want a long-term trade, kung gusto mo talagang paramihin yung pips na pwede mong makollect and set your take profit lower than that zone right there, then you might want to wait for the price to really break through this level right here. Okay? Pero pag nag-stay lang siya above or within that zone, then I strongly suggest for you to take the money early. Out ka muna, right? And reassess your position later on. So, in my case, it's a different situation because I'm already in the trade bago pa man to nagkaroon ng consolidation. So, I want to monitor this further. I'm still confident on that initial position. Okay? So, what I'm sharing to you guys now is, if you don't have a trade, the question is, can I still look for another trade? Yeah, I could possibly look at it or look for it on the 15-minute chart, the 30-minute chart, the 1-hourly chart, or the 4-hourly chart. Pero again, please do not discount the fact that it is going sideways. So, wag muna. Alright? Yeah, exactly, no? So, yeah, kung kaya mo siyang i-hold, walang problema. Pero, hindi naman to, tawag dito, Like hold mo siya without a stop loss. Pag si market naman nag-move against our favor, yeah, we are always ready to cut our losses as well dun sa level na yon and reassess our position after that if we can go and look for a buy. Okay, so that's my take on AUD USD. I know there's a lot of things still happening with what you call this crude price changes and everything, no? So everything can be affected by all of those things. One thing I can possibly, yeah, remind everyone about trading is hindi lang basta yung news yung titingnan nyo, okay? Maganda mag-trade. I'm not saying na hindi maganda yung ano kasi minsan yung ibang tao may ano tawag dito misunderstanding, unfortunately, when you say uh, do not take news as news alone, 'di ba? Kasi syempre, news itself depends on your interpretation. So, maganda mag-trade with the news if you understand what the news release is. 'Di ba? Pero pag confusing sa inyo yung news, then that's getting in your way. I suggest do not trade with the news. So, probably wait for the time or really study the news so you can use your knowledge about it further, right? Um I was expecting for the price to really be pushed further as I was expecting for retail sales numbers earlier, right? To be released nung I mean kay Australia, right? Kasi sabi if the number is negative, it could be bearish or tawag dito, it could move lower for AUD, right? But as far as retail sales is concerned, the forecasted number was hit from 1.6 last month to 1.8 now. So that's actually good for the Australian dollar, right? So that I think that's the very reason why the price have moved earlier pataas instead of pababa. So I was expecting for a lower number, right, to push this bias further. Pero yun nga, again, I'm just pointing out the relevance of checking the news, all right? And when you're trading. So if you find it difficult or really confusing at one point to interpret the news, then unfortunately you're not ready to trade with the news yet. So might as well focus your energy to understanding the chart kasi mas easier kasi interpret yung chart kesa i-interpret yung certain article, 'di ba? Not unless you're really good in interpreting economics news, 'di ba? So I will leave that decision to you when you want or if you want to trade with the news. All right. So I think we are spending more time on AUD USD. I want to jump in on Euro US now. Okay. Which is still on that downtrend. Okay. Still on that downtrend and struggling to go higher than this floor right here or the previous floor, which is acting as the ceiling. We're still looking at the 11140, and if I can remember it correctly, this is still the horizontal line that we have from last week. So if you notice, it struggled to go higher than that, though some message me that they are looking at an uptrend here, and I agree with that uptrend, short-term uptrend. Look at those swings, look at that pattern. You're seeing higher highs and you're seeing higher lows. Beautiful, beautiful pattern. Pero again, do not discount the fact that you are close to the ceiling, as mentioned earlier, right? If the price is touching the ceiling, there's a very good chance for the price to reverse, di ba? So, yun pa rin yung bias natin, which is true, right? From last week, it did not go higher, but instead it went lower here. So, in this case, I think there's a very good chance for this to test that level again, all right? There's a very good chance for this to be tested again, not unless Euro, right? At one point, I'm not sure how it would be, right? And how strong that would be, depending on what Governor Bailey will say. Governor Bailey is one of the governors for Bank of England, but this is the European or the euro that we're talking about. So probably he'll mention euro at one point, though it's related to GBP, right? So in what do you call this? In few hours time, okay, Governor Bailey will deliver his speech. So let's see kung anong magiging impact nun. Right? Kung anong magiging impact nun, I don't know exactly, right? Kasi speech yun eh. It's so difficult to speculate on a speech not unless I have the draft or kahit nga may draft ako eh, 'di ba? So it could possibly be affected by it, right? Kasi ganito yun minsan eh. Please take note of this. Minsan pag mahina si GBP, okay? It's almost instant or automatic that euro can be strong, Okay? Pero again, it's almost not all the time. It can possibly happen that way. Kasi to point it geographically, right? GBP or UK was once part of the European Union, right? So, if you kind of put it that way, parang sabihin na lang natin na pag humihina si GBP, parang nagiging alternative ng investor si Euro given the geographical location, 'di ba? Parang ganun, right? In that case, so pwedeng tumaas itong price na to, okay? So we'll see. Short term, probably I would like to see that happen. I would like to go for a quick buy here. That's a decent 100 pipper for us. Okay, if we can get in early. Pero if you get in somewhere here, that's just about 40. I would like to go for a 4-hourly chart. Okay, look at this. Look at this. I want to see the reversal, as I mentioned earlier. I want to see a reversal of this one. Parang ganito. Look at this. Price testing this level, eventually, yeah, spike. So we are now on that same level diagonally, right? I want to see this price spike there. At least few pips we can collect, then we can make money when then we're okay, okay? So let's see if I can set a pending order somewhere here at 1057. Like about a 63 pip target. Yeah, let's have 1:1. Let's see if the market can move in our favor. This is about a 65 pip trade at 1057. So I'll click the new order now. Okay, click the new order. I'll go back to 0.10 lot size. Okay. Then from here, yeah. For the people who are with me here on the other side, okay, can you type it in? Kung ano yung 0.10, how much would that be? Or how many units is that when we're talking about pips earlier, right? So, oops, sorry, buy stop. Yep, there you go, 10,000 units, right? Okay. So from here, I want it at, balikan ko lang, right, 57. 1.55. Was that 55? 105, I think. Yeah. Ano ba yan? 1057, right? So that's my entry price there. I want it to be at 50, 65 pips, sabi ko kanina, right? So there you go. 57 is my magic number there. 55 pips lower will be 0.991. Okay, so my stop loss would be at 1.0991. Okay, now I would like to set an expiry to when this bar ends. So it's 16. Yeah, it's 12 now. It's gonna be 1600 from my end here. Okay, go 0.0. Let me place the trade on Euro USD. Oops. Buy stop, stop loss. Yeah, I want to set a buy stop. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah. Why is it saying invalid? Right? Kasi we are setting a pending order and 1600, okay, you will get a new bar, okay? Broker time, by the way, if you go to your market watch, dito sa taas, left-hand side, right? You'll see your market watch here and we're just a minute away from 1600. So, sinasabi lang sa akin ni broker, you cannot set a pending order, right, on this one because we're just seconds away from giving you a new bar. Well, actually, that's now. Right? So, 57, 58, and it is 1600. Look at that. We have a new bar. Okay? Kaya hindi niya na ako ina-allow to set a pending order. Right? So, meaning, I will set another order somewhere here. Okay? Let's see if the price can move in our favor. So, I will adjust my entry price relating to that previous bar. So, 1033 will be the adjustment. Okay? So, mas earlier yung possible entry price natin. Then, this will be 2000 or 20. So, from here, I'll go for 45 pips this time. A little adjustment there at 0.987, right? 1.0987 would be my stop loss. And if we'll click this time, there you go, right? It went through kasi bakit? We still have enough time for this bar to go up there, right? Okay, good. So expectation again, it might push through here, pero gusto natin tong spike na to ma-replicate in this level right here to move in our favor. Just in case it will not, we have a stop loss here at $45, meaning I am willing to lose $45 just in case I'm wrong. Right? I'm willing to lose that in case I'm wrong. But of course, I'm also willing to make money. Yan naman yung target. If the price moves in our favor here, at least towards that ceiling, right? Ito yung pinaka-peak. Ito yung pinaka-potential niya. If this moves in my favor, I'm looking at a $100 profit. Yun yung full potential niya. Boomer is so noisy, right? So at least yan yung potential niya. Ibig sabihin, when you talk about reward to risk ratio, if I am risking $45 with a potential profit of 100, you are actually taking risk to reward ratio, yeah? Or baliktarin natin, reward to risk. This is 2 times, right, of what you are risking. Actually, 2 point something, right? This is 2 times of what you are risking here. 2 point something yan actually, right? Yes, exactly. So this is like, yeah, 2.2 sabi ni Jan. So like, if you go for reward to risk ratio, you're setting it at 2.2 to be exact, is to 1. Diba? So yun yung reward to risk ratio nyo. So is it a reasonable reward to risk ratio? I say yes, definitely. If you can make double of what you're risking, definitely I would love to. Pero again, I'm not saying that we will be right all the time. Kaya pag si market nag-move the opposite of our favor, we have a safety net there making sure that we will not lose everything, right? But just part of our account, not everything. Okay, so I'm willing to do that, and that's the beauty in trading, right? As long as you understand risk management, as long as you understand leverage as well on how you can like really maximize your full potential, and of course knowing that there's a certain margin that you need to follow, right? Then you can really maximize and handle your account properly. So if those things are not clear to you, again, everything is Googleable, right? Again, I'm not sure if it's already a word. Okay, you can always Google leverage, margin, lot size. Okay, if it's not clear to you of what you have read, you can always message me, and I would love to explain everything to you, as I mean, to the best of my knowledge. Okay, on what those things means. All right. Okay, so take note lang, by the way, most people get blinded by the leverage as it can amplify your spending power. All right, pansinin niyo na lang to, or take it this way. Okay, more than the spending power, you must understand how to spend it properly. Okay, you might have the best spending power, the biggest spending power, right? But if you cannot handle your finances very well, you might end up losing everything. I hope that makes sense to everyone. So that leads to making sure that you still have proper risk management, okay? Proper lot sizing, and yeah, proper what do you call this? Stop loss settings as well. Okay? So, in that case, that's my take on Euro US. Let's see if the price can go up right there. If it moves, good job. Pero if the trade is not triggered, anyway, it has an expiry. The trade will automatically be closed for us. Okay? So, if the price, by the way, goes through at nagtuloy-tuloy pababa, then our bias will change. I would like to go for a sell this time. So, technically, this is just a short-term buy towards that direction. All right? So, moving on, I want to move on to GBP USD, which is just the one that I mentioned earlier. So, again, we have a clear chart right here. Balik ko lang. And we want to reassess our position. I guess si Ma'am Let was looking for a sell here from our yesterday's discussion, no? So tingnan natin if we can go for a sell here this time, okay? If that's the ceiling, look at that. This was a previous floor. Look at that price bouncing off that level. It went up. Then tumuloy-tuloy siya dito. It is testing this level right here and bumaba. So, is there a possibility for the price to continue? I think so, right? I think so that the price can still go lower. So, my bias for a sell is there. Nandun pa rin naman. So, I want to sell. Let's see if we can find a reasonable entry price for us. As I would say, going for the lower time frame, you would see a little pattern there. Okay, if we can get in, oh, gumalaw na kasi siya. Look at this beautiful shooting star moving in that direction. Now we're experiencing a pullback. Can it possibly go down there? Let's see. Can it? Let me see, huh? Let me see if there's confidence on this sell. Again, I'm not saying confidence gathered from asking people whether you want to trade or not. I'm saying confidence from what I'm seeing, right? Because as I always say it, trade what you see, not what you think, right? So, why am I saying that? Because the market will not know what you think. And the market, even though it will know what you think, it will never adjust to whatever you think. So you adjust to whatever you see the market is doing. So trade what you see, not what you think. All right. So, A tiny little zone here. Price is testing that level. Do we have confidence of price moving in that direction? Possibly yes. But this can act as my floor level. So it could be a short-term trade. By the way, very quick question. Compared to Euro US and GBP USD, tell me honestly, do you feel that I'm a little bit trying harder this time to trade this currency pair? Yeah, what do you think? Compared to Euro USD, parang, uy, kita kagad na gusto ko mag-trade doon. Compared to GBP USD now, it's like, what do you see? Can you tell me? Yeah. Sir Noriel, pwede natin balikan mamaya yung AUD USD. No problem before we end. Yeah, balikan natin. Yeah, kung na-miss mo siya. No worries. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Yeah. Euro USD was a little easier, right? So GBP USD here is like, I'm a little bit trying a little harder. So that's one feeling that you want to take note of. If you're feeling that you're trying too hard to find a trade on a specific currency pair, that's one good sign for you to move to the next one, right? Ibig sabihin you're becoming subjective more than objective, okay? So in my case, gusto ko lang tapusin tong analysis na to because I'm seeing that there's no confidence on getting in here now. I don't see the market moving in a certain direction. Though there's a chance for this to go, but it's a little bit of an oomph. 'Di ba? Parang may alangan na ganon, 'di ba? Parang nag-aalangan ka. So, yes, I know if you go for like 8 or 9 EMA versus the 20, 22 or 21 EMA, yeah, the short-term EMA will be lower than the fast EMA will be below the slow EMA. So, yeah, yellow can be below the blue, orange can be below the blue, something like that. Whatever color you're using, 'di ba? So, but still, hindi kasi siya strong na downtrend eh. Kumbaga, there's a little bit of an 'di ba? Alam mo 'yon, yung parang may alangan. So, in that scenario, I don't want to put myself in the situation where I could hurt myself later on. So, the best thing to do is to say, yeah, next currency please, right? Next currency please for us. I don't want that, right? Kumbaga, ayaw mo ayaw mo ma-stress sa mga bagay na hindi ka naman dapat na stress. All right? Remember, trading should be fun. So, if it's stressful, then it's no longer fun. Okay? So, next currency, please. Right? I don't want to touch. Yeah, my okay, hindi siya parang, hell yeah, I want to get in that trade. Right? So, hindi katulad nung confidence ko kanina when I want to buy here. I think you saw that na parang dito ko gusto ilagay yung entry, uy dito ko gusto yung stop loss, dito yung target ko. Alam mo yun, mabilis i-identify yung mga parameters compared to GBP USD is like dito ba or dito ba or dito ba, then 'di ba? Kanta ka na lang ng dito ba. Okay, so I want to go to the next currency pair. Yeah, exactly. Sabi ni Sir, medyo malabo si GBP USD unlike Euro USD technically, right? So, in that case, I love GBP USD. The pound is one of my favorite currency pairs to trade. It's very, very volatile, but at this point, I would love to go to the next currency pair instead, right? So, there's nothing wrong and it will not be taken against you, right? Or it will not be a measure of your, what do you call this? Knowledge, right? Of understanding in the market if you say no to a certain trade. So, that's totally fine, right? So, in that case, I want to jump in on NZD USD, the next currency pair on the daily chart, which is still acting very, very weird, right? On that short-term resistance right here, okay? So let me just point that out. Ano yung sinasabi kong short-term resistance? This one right here, okay? Hindi pa talaga siya nag-break out and hindi din naman siya bumaba sa trend line ko from last week. So I am anticipating, given the current scenario, it could possibly be the same thing as AUD USD. But this time, ito mas clear kasi na baka mag-sideways lang itong move na to eh. Again, I could be wrong and suddenly the market goes up. Okay? Kasi if you go for your Fibonacci level right here, okay, this is playing around the 38.2 level. Yeah, it's just there, right? It's not going any higher than that fib level. All right. So again, I mentioned about Fibonacci. If you're not familiar with this tool, again, you can always Google it. And if you want my help, then just message me. Let me see what I can do to teach you about Fibonacci. All right. From here, can it go further? I don't know. Let's see. Nandito pa rin siya sa middle nitong bigger range. Do I have confidence to be in this trade? Oh, yeah, you'll feel it right away. It's like, I don't want to be involved in this right away. Not now. Not now. Not yet, at least. Though there's a possibility for this to happen, this one to be continued that way. But this one is coming from a strong floor level. This one is coming from a breakout. No, automatically, right? It's like I'm trying too hard to look for the entry price. No, I don't want to get in on that trade. So that's one good sign for me to go to the next currency pair. Right? So USD CHF is the next one, right? USD CHF is the next one. Go back to the daily chart. We are still seeing a beautiful uptrend here on USD CHF, right? Look at that. Okay. But if you look at the bigger picture, if you're not seeing this, USD CHF has a big, oops, not that one. It's a big sideways market. Yeah, look at that. It's a big sideways market moving in this direction lang. Okay, and suddenly it's kind of showing us a strong move upwards, at least towards this direction, excuse me. And I want to test that level. I want to test that level. Let's see. By the way, I'm taking this from historical data. Look at this level right here. It was once a resistance, and it's becoming a significant level here right now. Again, if you're not familiar with support and resistance, there's nothing wrong if you do not apply this approach. But I would say this is very beneficial for me, and it's worth learning how to draw your support and resistance. Okay, so can we pause? I'll tell you, my bias is a buy, so I'm looking for a buy now for USD CHF. Can I? No, I don't want to take that. I think that's too narrow. But I still want to buy. I want to go for another 45 pipper here. Just give me 1 sec. I want to look for my entry price. I'm seeing a bullish engulfing here. So, 92.83 would be a reasonable entry price for me. So, let me have a pending order buy stop at 0.9253. Was that I said? 83. Yeah. 83. I'm on H4 by the way. If you, yeah. Sabi ni Rene, wag ipilit. Yeah, naalala mo sabi ko, sir, wag ipilit yung trade. No position is better than a losing position. Exactly, right? So, I love that. Thank you so much for remembering that. No trade is still better than a losing trade, right? So, I learned that from one of the best coaches I work with for a significant time amount of time, I mean. So, I respect that trader so much that I still carry that ideology that I learned from him. Then my stop loss would be at 92.38. That's a beautiful stop loss right there. 92.38. And since we are on the 4-hourly chart, I'm setting my stop loss at 2000. So notice, oops, sorry. What happened? Again, mali ata yung stop loss ko. 45 pepper 92.38. Tama naman. 33 nilagay ko. 83 pala. Sorry. Yeah, thanks, John. 83 pala. Yan, there you go. Okay. So, meaning, I want to see if the price can move in that direction. So, meaning, if I'm risking 45 pips here, and if the market can move in my favor, and it can possibly move by 55 pips. So, look at that. 45 pips, possible na 55 pips dito. So, it's very, very close to 1:1. So, is this still reasonable? I would say yes. Yeah. Pero pag yung nangyari ang reward nyo is just 10 pips tapos you're risking 45, that's not reasonable for me. So, kumbaga, too much work for little profit. Okay? So, in that case, yes, I'm still seeing 1:1 potential. Then, yeah, I would love to go for that trade. Anyway, pag hindi naman nag-trigger yung position natin, then we can always cancel that, right? Having an expiry is really beneficial for people who cannot look into their charts 24 hours 5 days a week or I would say as often as possible, diba? So yeah, so there you go. So I would like to keep that trade there. My bias is for this price to go up. Let's see if it can, right? Why? Possibly you're asking. Kasi look at this. Price have gone higher than this level. Yes, I understand that. Pero bumalik siya ulit. Pero hindi naman siya bumaba lalo. Okay? So meaning, this level right here is really holding the price higher. Okay? So meaning, I hope this level right here can be our floor level or support level for the price to be pushed higher. Okay? At least towards this level right here and make 55 pips at least. Yeah? So in that case, I want to keep that there. Let's see if the market moves in our favor. Pag hindi naman, we'll reassess it. Anyway, we have a Wednesday session. We can look back to these things. If we lose on that trade, at least we are not losing everything on our account, but at least, right, just the one that we want. Yeah, the one that we can accept. For me, it's $45 in this trade, and I'm okay with that, right? Okay, so let's see. Right? Sabi nga nila, 'di ba? Basta confident ka lang sa position mo, 'di ba? Hindi ka ma-stress. Okay. So, I want to move on to before we go to USD JPY, by the way, I want to go to USD CAD first where I have a position. Okay? USD CAD. There you go. Yan. Bumababa na siya ng konti. Ayaw niyang umakyat. Okay. So look at this. USD CAD is sideways. Let me see here. So it has been testing this level right here. Okay. Oops, sorry. A little bit of an adjustment here. So I'm in a zone, I would say. So ito yung gusto kong mangyari dito sa kanya. Umakyat siya after, right? So, tingnan natin. Kaninang umaga na may konting profit tayo dyan. Pero, sabi ko, I would like to keep this trade for an extended period of time. Yeah, kung aakyat siya doon, then good job. Two levels of potential take profit level that I would like to see. First level will be somewhere here. Second level will be somewhere there. Okay? So, meaning, I would like to see the price go there first, then next go there. Short term possibly will be here. So, meron tayong parang, if you take this as a building, if these are the major floors, I have a little mezzanine here to watch out for, right? So meaning, so just a little reminder here for myself, okay? If that's the initial take profit, okay? By just the looks of it, if I'm risking this, this is still a reasonable 1:1, so I'm keeping that. If the price can go further, if this is 1:1, this could be possibly 2:1, 3:1. So if the price can move in my favor here, if I'm risking about, let's just say, example, $50 here, right? And I think I'm risking $50 here, yes. So in that case, if the price goes up there by 1, 2, and 3, my potential full-blown target will be at 150. Is that a reasonable target to check? Yes, of course. Kung hindi naman siya tumuloy dyan hanggang dito, I'm willing to take the money halfway, right? So that's about 75. I'm still okay. So if you're trading at a bigger lot, let's say 1.0, which is $10 per pip, then that's a lot bigger, right? That's about 750, right? So still reasonable. All right. So, sorry, is that 750? Yeah, 75 pips. Okay. So, yeah, let's see if the price can go higher. Probably your question is, if you are not in the trade yet, can you still get in? I would say yes. Yeah, you can still get in now, but not now. You need to set a pending order. Okay. As the price is testing this floor again, look at that beautiful move. I was in profit by $45 there already. Yeah, pero bumaba siya ulit. So I'm totally fine. I want to see if the price can really move further. Right? So my stop loss is somewhere at, no, I'm just risking $40 lang pala here, right? So if I'm to get in now, kasi kung ngayon ako papasok, 20 pepper. If you notice, my entry price is always based on the previous bar, so I hope that can help you out. I'm always waiting for, when it comes to the entry, I'm waiting for the breakout, right? But when it comes to my position, I always look for the reversal, if that makes sense. Yeah. So my trade position is coming from a level where it can possibly reverse more than continue, right? Pero my entry price is more than looking at a breakout. Yeah, I want to see a break from that 2 bars pattern. Anyway, if you are to get in, I would say this is your entry price right here, and put your stop loss a little lower, right? Kasi if the price will test this level right here, at least you protect your stop loss. Pero conservatively, right? This approach is a little bit aggressive. Conservatively, you want to wait for another bar to go lower and touch this level talaga. Then from here, you go and check for a bullish engulfing. Right? At least mas closer ka dun sa support level. Right? Kumbaga, technically, nandito siya sa, malayo pa siya sa floor level, may ibabagsak pa kasi siya bago siya possibly umakyat. So, patience is still a skill. Alright? So, In my case, I'm keeping the same trade. Let me see if the price can move in my favor still. Kung you're noticing it, my bias is really a strong dollar, so I'm hoping for a strong dollar for the next couple of days. And let's see if the market moves in our favor, then happy days. Pag hindi naman, sabi ko nga, laging set a stop loss. Right, protect your account more than the profit. You must understand how to protect your capital. Sorry, I cannot stretch that enough. All right, capital preservation, ladies and gentlemen. Right. So, from here, I want to jump in now to USD JPY, which is really staying above the 120 level. Let me just move on to the monthly chart here very quickly because I want to point out this major levels that USD JPY is testing. Right. Look at that. It's currently at 123. Right. If we can have a zone there on the monthly chart, it can still possibly go as far as 124-ish at this level, right? Tapos na yung 118, 119 level niya dito. Yeah, sorry, 116 I mean. Ito kasi yung 1819 eh, right? So yan yung 119, ito yung 116. Pero I don't want to put the 116 anymore. Right? Medyo malayo-layo na yan. Okay, let me go back to the daily. Yon, ito yung sinasabi kong yan. Ito kasi yung 118 kasi ito. Right? So but anyway, look at the price moving this way. Umabot siya hanggang dun talaga. Look at this price. But this is coming from 2015. Can the 2015 happen again today in 2022? Yes, possibly. Right? Sabi nga nila, history can possibly repeat itself. And if not repeat, it can possibly give you some clues to what can happen next. Right? So, let's see. I just want to remove this horizontal line. No? Okay. Exactly, right? If that drop, okay? If this drops right here, then happy days. Pero please understand that it will not go there by just one bar, huh? It can be a long-term trade. Yeah. So Leonard, if you are looking for a sell here, do not expect for like, right? Let me measure this very quickly towards the lowest, no? Let's just say here. This is about 2,000 pips, okay? Do not expect for 2,000 pips to happen overnight. Yeah. Okay. It will be a long-term trade if you want to really hold it. So, there will be levels where you want to 2 years pa yan. Well, at least, di ba? You can hold it. There's nothing wrong with setting your trades long-term as long as you're confident with it. Yeah, parang set and forget as they say, right? So, if that's your approach, then there's nothing wrong with it, right? There's nothing wrong with it. It depends on the trader really. Okay? Pero we are looking for short-term trades where we can like have multiple trades as we go, di ba? So, sa crypto lang nangyayari yan. Yeah, exactly. I would agree. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's see if we can still buy here. I'm still expecting for this price to go and try to break the 24 level. But if not, then I could possibly see a weak dollar this week. So, meaning yung USD CAD, yung USD CHF trades natin. Or, yeah, wala pala ako. Meron ba ako? Yeah, USD CHF trades, yeah. Will not go in our favor. Or possibly baka mag-cancel lang yun, right? Yung pending order natin. Kasi baka weak dollar. Anyway, let's see if I can get in here. I think unang tingin, I don't want to be involved with USD JPY right now. I've not been involved with USD JPY for quite some time because, right, the market is not touching the levels where I want to get in, unfortunately. Right? If you were with me from last week, I was waiting for it to retest. Pero ayaw niya talaga mag-retest. Nagtuloy-tuloy siya. So, the dollar yen has been a little bit stubborn based on my analysis. Hindi siya sumusunod. So, meaning, I could possibly just say no to USD JPY right now. I'm not seeing good reasons to get in. So I want to be as conservative as possible because again, I understand that possibly some of you guys watching this videos videos, these sessions are just starting your trading journey, and I want you to start your trading journey as conservative as possible as far as finding a position to trade. Because what you need to understand when you're trading, it's not the number of trades that you take. It's the quality of the trades that you make, diba? So, quality versus quantity, the question is, where do you want to be? Right? So, marami kang ang trades, puro naman talo. So, konti lang yung trades mo, pero mas marami pa rin doon yung panalo. So, I'll go for the quality of trades and the ones that I'm very confident with and will not cause stress for me. Okay, so in that case, a little bit of an overview of what we have done. AUD/USD, yeah, I'm still keeping that sell position from the 0.7541 ceiling, right? That trade is still on hold, right? Or I'm sorry, not on hold. I'm still holding on to that trade since last week. So still the confidence is for the price to move towards that direction. If not, again, sabi ko nga, we always have a stop loss there, right? So for the people who wants to look at this, 0.7541 is the ceiling. Bias is still a sell. So let's see if the market can move in our direction. Okay. Euro US, we have a pending order now for a buy. Look at this bullish engulfing potential, continuing this uptrend, or at least it can become an ascending triangle and later on break this level right here, right? And then we can hold on to a much longer position for a buy. Okay, pero of course, initially we want to see the price at 1.1140. That's the ceiling, and that could be my first take profit level. All right. GBP USD, we don't want to do anything here for now. Same thing with NZD USD, but USD CHF, we have a buy there, anticipating for the price to stay above the 92.50 level. Let's see if the price can be pushed higher again by the buyers, and we have a pending buy there. Same thing with USD CAD. Though I'm not getting in again, I'm keeping that buy order from last week. Though at one point we are already profitable at this level, pero syempre, the consequences of your choices of keeping trades longer, right? It will really go up, down, up, down, up, down. Pero again, if the confidence is there, there's nothing wrong on keeping your trades for an extended period of time, right? So USD JPY again, I don't want to be involved in this one, pero sabi nga ni Leonard, it could be a perfect sell, right? A long-term investment until you retire, antayin mo bumagsak siya ng 20 or 2,000 pips. Yeah. Pero pansinin mo ta, from this level to this level right here, it happened in 134 days plus weekends. So, yeah. That's about 1,600. So, yeah. Probably a year or so. Kung gusto mo talaga yung pinaka mas malalim, 'di ba? So, but anyway, I don't want to touch on that. I would like to revisit everything on Wednesday. I hope you're still with me on Wednesday. So, thank you so much for the people who are still with me here through the YouTube channel. Again, if you find this session helpful, doing your analysis, if it's not too much to ask, I would love to see you sharing this content to your friends. Share it in your wall or your Facebook wall. All right. And again, I really appreciate your time spent with me every Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. So from here, yeah, this is my impression. This is my opinion, right, of the market now on Monday. We will revisit this on Wednesday, so I hope I see you on Wednesday again, guys. If you're trading, do not stress yourself out. Simplify your trading, because as always, let me remind everyone, trading should be fun. I'll see you guys in the next session. Bye for now. Cheers.